Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Milan Weekly Podcast channel. On tonight's episode of Milan Coast to Coast, the boys are going to go deep into the SuperCoppa shit show that was, because it was pretty bad. Geo, are you ready, baby?
I'm ready, Fabio, as I can be, man.
Let's go!
Welcome to Milan Weekly Podcast, Coast to Coast, with your hosts, Geo and Fabio.
Benvenuti nella casa
Giroud in area, si gira, sinistro, rete, gol capolavoro di Olivier Giroud.
Mignon with another magical save.
Coast to Coast del numero 19.
Leao carica il mancino. Eccolo qua, Rafa Leao.
Il Milan è campione d'Italia.
You already know what time it is. It's Wednesday night, and there's no better place to be than here on MWP. What up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another edition of Milan.
Coast to coast, baby.
You're damn right. Yo, what's the difference between us and a fucking winning squad? I don't know. We stink. Oh, my God. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan Coast to Coast. I'm Fabio, joined, of course, by my partner. One of these days, I'm going to get it. Joined by my partner, Geo. We're coming live, of course, from Long Island, New York, and Southern California. Geo, how are you doing right now, baby? What's going on?
Look, everybody in the chat, we might be laughing and stuff, but that's laughter of pain, especially whatever went through today. We laughing of pain. We're not laughing to be happy, because there's nothing to be happy about with Milan, man. This was a shit show, but I'm doing okay, Fabio. What else could we be doing?
I mean, this is just, oh man, it's just an unbelievable run of form, winless in 4 games, and today was probably the worst of the worst. Let's get into it. This episode is called the Saudi SuperCoppa shit show, because that's what it was. All we got served up today was a steamy pile of Milan horse shit. All right, we lose 3-0 in Saudi Arabia. Our poor friend Rock Nation Husney spent his good hard-earned money to go there and watch this utter garbage from our squad. Within 10 minutes, Inter already had a goal on us, and we looked shaky. Man, when you look at this game, could it have been any worse of a start from us?
Fabio, man, that first goal tells it all, man, that our defense isn't coordinated at all or anything like that. I think it's clear to say to me, I'm not blaming Tata on anything, but it's clear to say that, you know what, Tata doesn't give anybody confidence, and that's on their own, on the players alone, like Kair, Tomori, Theo Hernandez, and Calabria. Like, doesn't matter if he gives you confidence or not. You play your part. Like me, I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna do my thing. I don't care what the hell my coworker is doing. If he or she's not picking up the slack, that doesn't matter about anything. Play your game, play your best game, and that's what you need to do. But that first goal was Primavera, like under 14s defending. And you know what, Calabria, I don't know what the hell you were doing there, because you're not good at attacking like Theo is, but your main strong thing is to defend. And today, I don't know what you did. You just let DeMarco just go in there and just take your cookies like Santa Claus.
Oh, man. Well, he wasn't the only one who looked embarrassing today. End up giving a second goal before the end of halftime, which, man, if Drew was doing the turning around last season, man, Tonali today got turned around embarrassingly by Dzeko, and he scored an easy goal that I don't know if Tatarusano should have maybe got something on it, But damn, and it looked like Tomori had a chance to do something, but fuck, man, 2-0 at half. I was really demoralized. What were you thinking at halftime?
Now, Fabio, see, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I don't. A Magic Mike gets it, and I think that's where we're putting our standards. Is like we've had two great goalkeepers. We have Gio. We don't like to mention his name like Bruno, but we got to mention it, you know. And then
We don't
we
talk
had
about
about
G, Joe.
no, you know. And then Mike Maignan, he at least puts a hand on it. But Tata he's so old and so slow and reactionary. Like his reflexes, they're done. And to me, I don't understand where we're linked to so many goalkeepers, but we can't buy one. Like there's not an actual goalkeeper that just could put his hand up, because that's all Tata needed to do. If it goes in, it goes in. But when you fan on it and you're not able to do anything, I'm going into halftime. I'm like, damn, man, I took off work for this. Like we didn't know how to defend. They were double teaming, like quadruple teaming the left side. And that's what it is. Like the league is going to catch up to us. They know that they could perform in on Theo Hernandez and Leao, and they're going to shut us out because the right side is not going to do anything. And, and that's a liability that we have. And the number 10, yeah, he made a couple cool passes, but when it was time to make a killer pass, he passed it like 20 feet in front of the other guy. So I'm going into halftime demoralized, like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah, and I mean, I just want to utter a couple of comments here that we have in our chat. Liban Youssef always in the chat for us. What a disgrace. What the hell is wrong with Milan? I don't know, man. That's the questions we're going to be asking ourselves all week. Another one, Lab Grilla here. Tonali on that second goal turned like an oil tanker. Tomori on the third goal was defending like Harry Maguire. Calabria putting in a disaster class. The defense has no idea what's going on, and he believes neither does Pioli. I mean, really, really sad. The Lab Gorilla put this: poor tactics, poor attitude, poor ownership, poor club. Yeah, geez, I'm poor too. What the fuck? All right, Milan did not build on our success, and we have returned to mediocrity. Yeah, that's true, man. Milan exposed Pioli has been exposed as has the club, and Redbird are taking us to a mid-table, man. I don't know. And Haitian Montana, what up? This guy's always good, man. Maldini says we don't need no new players. We got a very good team. Yeah, I think talk about immediately bite you in the ass with that comment, man. Unbelievable. But all right, so we get into the second half. Can somebody explain to me why we make no halftime subs? Like, did Pioli think we had the right mixture of players out there? Because I saw one shot on target, and it was Leao, and we had nothing the first half. Why do you wait 15 minutes to make the first sub? 20 minutes. I think it was like the 65th or 63rd minute. We finally makes a sub. He starts putting on Origi, who hasn't played in God knows how long. CDK, who does nothing. I mean, what were these substitutions? We saw nothing. It's not like they sparked any sort of attack to it. Honestly, I was so disappointed. And then we end up giving up a third goal. Martinez, of course, man, let him go out there look like a fucking world star. And Tomori looks really bad on the third goal. I mean, what can we say? 3-0. This was the worst possible outcome when you thought about it from the last game, and it came true. Did it not, G?
Yeah, it came true, Fabio. But man, I don't understand. You know what? To me, look, Vince Mancini, he's saying it correctly. Like I don't know why are we spending $500K if we're not gonna. We couldn't even give this guy a chance. I don't care if he's coming for the second division. Then why buy him for 500,000? Like you're trying to buy Sportiello. Atalanta says, give us the 6 million. We don't want to give it to him. Now you're going to go buy a young French goalkeeper. So, like, if you plan on buying these players, why don't you at least try? Okay, Coppa Italia, we can see what he is. The competition is not there, but okay. Why are we just spending money? That's what irks my nerve. We're just spending money on 500K for Milan is a lot, Fabio. Like, I'm tired of saying it. Like, 5-10 million is a lot for Milan because
that's pathetic, man. That's not going to cut it on the big boy stage. It's not. It's really not, bro.
Yeah, no, and then like to me, like I said it before, I said it on the group therapy session, and I said it when I was a guest on another podcast. Well, not really a guest. I just needed to take my frustration out on the Roma. We weren't able to go live or do anything spaces, but I said it, and I said it like this. Tomori, look at yourself in the mirror. Okay, we already know that Tata's not there. We already know that Pioli is a dummy sometimes, and he doesn't have the balls to drop players. Remember when Hakan was injured and he came back and he was dropping stinkers? This is Pioli who he is. He's trusting the players that got him that Scudetto, and that's fine. But when it comes to get cutthroat, that's what you need to do. You need to drop him. Okay, Tomori's not working out. Okay, yes, Kalulu looked bad in the Lecce game, but that doesn't mean so now you could drop Kalulu, you can't drop Tomori just because we spent 28 million on him. Like,
I don't know. I don't know. I think when we get into individual performances here, I think Tomori's done enough in the last 2-3 games that he might need to be sat down for a game. But this is a good point by Lab Gorilla. Pioli is trusting players who continually fail him, but he refuses to try other players, you know? Levan Youssef, this team needs to wake up. Even the commentators were saying that it looked like Milan was sleepwalking out there in the first half, as if they just came. And again, man, you know what? I'll save it because it's my indigestion, but I got to remember it so I don't forget. But, I mean, they showed up and they looked like they were not ready to play. It was just an absolute nightmare performance. I mean, just pure garbage. But, all right, guys, listen. Yeah, Milan needs to refresh the squad. Hell, yeah, if we actually had some money, bro, upgrade the medical. Yeah, right. That would never happen. Our medical is last in the league, bro. Last in the league. Gio, go ahead.
Nah, Fabio, you know what? I really had to pick a bone with the commentators today because they don't know what Milan they're watching. And one guy is a Milan fan, and it's sad to see. He says that we're good against the press. When, bro? You don't remember Leo smacking us up and they were pressing us? You don't remember that? Spezia pressing us and they were smacking us up? You don't remember a lot of teams smacking us up because they press or low blocks? Those are the teams that we have. So start doing your journalism and your reporting right, because I don't know what the hell you're talking about. We never do good against the press because we only have two fast players on the team, okay? That's all we have. Macias is not going by a Cherby. Put it like that. I could go past a Cherby, and I'm not even a professional football player. Like, let's put that. Macias couldn't even run against a 34-year-old with one ball. That's how sad our right wing is.
We're gonna get to him. Haitian Montana wants us to make sure we emphasize what was going on with CDK. We will. All right, so let's get into it. All right, you go to school. You wait at your home because you're terrified your mother's going to beat your ass. And you know what? All the Milan players, man, they should be getting a whooping, ass a whipping. Pop, 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 like daddy back in 1950. You know what I'm saying? That's how it should be because they were trash. But let's go through this report card. Let's start with the man, our keeper, Tatarusanu. What are we giving him? A, B, C, D, or a motherfucking F?
Fabio, I'm gonna give him a C because the other two goals weren't his fault. But that second goal, the first and third goal wasn't his fault. But the second goal, he should have been able to get a hand on it. But he's 36 years old and he doesn't have no more reflexes. So I'm gonna give him a C. That's all. I'm just being.
You giving him a C? I'm giving him an F. Another terrible performance. Yeah, maybe you can't blame him for any of the goals. But you know what? He's not bringing confidence. He's not bringing what he needs to get this defense in order. There's no communication. Every game, this defense is getting worse and worse. And you know what? He's a part of it. You say C, I'm giving him a fucking F. So we'll meet at D because the goddamn defense is dreadful. D for Tatarusano. Let's go next, G. Let's start with the captain. What has happened to David Calabria?
He forgot to defend. That's an F. Calabria, I don't know why you're sitting there over there crying. I told you to stop chatting shit. I told you to stop putting out. And we don't want to hear nothing. You know what? Me as a fan, I just want to hear it's like we need to do better. I don't need those baby crying text messages that you're putting out, those Instagram. We don't want to hear that. We tired of the talking. You know, what this club made us go through in the summer with the merch selling out. You couldn't get a championship shirt. All this disrespect that this club has put us through, and we're still there supporting the team. 3 a.m, 1 a.m from Australian fucking Milanistas. Rock Nation feeling bad about himself because he thinks he's
the jinx.
He thinks he's the jinx. Come on now, man. It's time to step it up, man. So
Rock Nation needs to do like a class action lawsuit against Milan for putting such garbage out there, and he paid money to see it twice. I mean, absolute utter embarrassment. So what do you gave him a straight F? I agree. Today Calabria offered nothing. It was terrible. Straight F. Simone Kier. What about Kier? First game back in a while. Played like 60 or 70 minutes. What are we saying, Kier? Today, I can't even see what's this rating here.
Nah, Fabio. These are fake ratings that they're giving out and stuff like that. Kier is an F. That goal
5.9. Holy shit!
Fabio, it's an F. If you let that ball go past you and it goes to DeMarco and Calabria's not ball watching like, oh, look at that. That's a home run. Boom, go. Nah, that's an F. Like the whole defensive line is an F. And they giving us F because they telling us basically F you guys to the fans.
That's true. There's a lot of F you going on right now. All right, listen, I would just say, man, Kier, I didn't think this was the best idea to play him. I thought you roll with Kalulu again, get the kid some confidence. Like you immediately go to an older center back. Yes, he's got a lot of experience, but I'd give him a D, honestly. I wouldn't go as far as an F. I don't think he was the worst of the worst. I think that's the next guy, but I say D. You go with F for Kier. Poor guy didn't even play the whole game.
Yeah, F, man. Nah,
Damn, man, you harsh. All right, Kier. Remember, I said D, bro. All right, let's go to Tomori, who has the worst rating on this sheet, 4.6, and that might even be too generous for him. Tomori is a hard F today. Absolutely horse garbage. I'm starting to think that what happened to him in Chelsea when they whipped his ass and they made him look bad those 2 games, I think it's like psychologically affected him. And like he had a great interview, made me like him even more, but his last performances are fucking utter trash. So he's a solid F, bro. He doesn't even get a chance to get like upgraded at all. There's no curve for him.
Fabio, I don't need you to say that these don't exist because they existed out here in California school. He gets a fucking incomplete and he needs to retake that's the same class the next year and the years to
you're
come.
Leaving him back, bro?
Yeah, I'm leaving him back.
Cancel your summer plans because you got class, bro. You trash.
Nah, dude. Tomori, come on, man. You got a whole fan base about like behind you. F what Southgate does. Like, let's be honest. Who are England? They haven't won nothing since 1966. They're losers. They taught everybody football. Italy's their daddy. Brazil's their daddy. Germany's their daddy. France is their daddy. Argentina's their daddy. Well, who the fuck are English people? Nobody. Nobody's in the game, dog. All you got is Premier League. And what benefit do you get? Nothing. Come on, man. Look at the Serie A team that smacked them up. When we started playing football against them in the Euros, what happened? They couldn't handle it. So get your shit together. You got Milanistas behind you, man. Stop dropping stinkers. Pay attention to what you're doing.
Very true. Very true. All right. Theo Hernandez, 6.4 to this rating. According to this rating, he was the best performer of the whole defense. So I'm going to start with a D. One, none of his shots were on target. I remember every shot the guy tried to take from like outside the box, he didn't even force a fucking save. So he was dreadful today. Not good. No attacking. I mean, they couldn't play out the back. They really couldn't. They were struggling to get it to the midfield, to get it to the forwards. They just played terrible. A lot of long balls today. So Theo, I'm saying D. What are you saying?
Theo, man, an F, man, F you, because you know what the thing is with Theo, Fabio, is like, okay, I understand that we don't have no depth. That's not your problem, Theo. Theo and Giroud, that's not your problem that the management can't fork out money or put that pressure on that money. You guys are becoming liabilities. Theo is mentally fatigued. He has been playing since the beginning of the season. He played all the games in the World Cup. They made it to the final. Now you're becoming a liability because you can't say nothing. Giroud and him were supposed to come back for the what was this? Was Lecce? Well, I don't know what game they were supposed to come back for the second. They weren't supposed to be here for Salernitana, but since they're good people and they feel now you're becoming a liability, you guys are dead. You guys are dead man walking. And Dale, you need to sit down the next 2 games, 3 games. I don't care if we have Des on there. That's down to the management now. I'm sorry, Fabio. Management got to take accountability for them signing Fado Ballatore. I'm sorry.
I know, and he's not even available. Now look how great that is. All right, so let's move on. We'll give Deo an F too. Just extremely subpar for him. Tonali, 6.3. Got turned around on the second goal. Just looked bad all day. Unfortunately, it's a hard F for Tonali today.
Hard F for Tonali because, I don't know. He's a liar now. I'm going to start calling these people liars.
I want to just mention this one thing. Hold on. I'm sorry. Vince said, isn't it funny how every time our foundation players sign contract extensions, they start sliding downhill? Money must spell I don't know what he's saying. Must spell good in Milan, but I don't know. It must be like once you get the money, you just kind of lose your mojo. You don't have anything to fight for. But go ahead.
Nah, Tonali, man, you a liar. Gattuso ain't your idol or anything like that. Because Gattuso wouldn't go down like a B. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna try to get us canceled. He not going down as a B. You know that word. He not going down like that. He's going down without a fight. And you weren't fighting today. You got bent over and you took it like Ice Cube said with no Vaseline.
Oh my God. All right, so what's F for Tonali across the board?
F, man.
All right, let's go to Benny. Benny, I give him a C. He's trying, but not much he could do. I think he's possibly our best performer today. I give him a C.
Yeah, C, man. The only one I guess put effort was able to recover balls. The only one that was able to basically do his job. Fabio,
he's rated 7.2.
Yeah, I mean, the only ones being able to do their job. So, I mean, it is what it is.
Oh man. And all right, so let's move on to our awful right wing. Junior Macias was preferred over Alexis Salamakis today, and he was rated at 6.8. Didn't see anything of value, Macias. Macias, I'm going to give you a D because it starts with one of the initials that you should go back and work for. DHL. Go deliver a refrigerator or a fucking Amazon package because you cannot deliver assists or goals or even creative play. Waste of space. I give him a D.
Fabio, you didn't hear Cudero. He said, that pass was like a DHL pass that was going into the stands. He was like, because he used to be a delivery driver. You know what? Macias, Salamaker right there on that right wing. I mean, to me, they're both like incompletes every game because they're a liability. Today, when it was 1-0, we're on a break and he had a chance to cross it in and it went to Tribuna. That sums up Macias. Yes, you paid your own salary for scoring the goal against Atletico Madrid, but thanks and no thanks. It's time for you to go. To be honest with you, they said that Salernitana wants you, all these low-level teams. I mean, just get them, release them, and let them go for free, to be honest with you.
I mean, absolutely terrible. Why do we spend $5 million to complete this guy's transfer? I don't understand. But all right, so you're saying F, right? No, you said incomplete. You said you're not even actually allowed to finish the class. You've already been left back. Get out of here. All right, Diaz, a guy that, again, I don't understand why we're still playing him, but I'll give Diaz this. He did look a little creative in our attack in the first half. Again, I don't understand why he gets even some time in the second half. We got to get something better than Diaz. We need to figure out what's going on with Adley. What's going on with CDK? Is he our cam? Is he our striker? What's going on with these players? And wasting time on Diaz, who's not creating chances, who's not creating goals, who's not finding the last pass in the final third. It's just a waste of time. So I'm giving him a D. I won't go hard F because he did have a couple of moments, but he's not good enough. And you would hope he would actually do something in these games, but he doesn't. So he's a D, hard D.
I'm just tired of him, and I'm tired of purely playing him because he's not our player. He's going back to Real Madrid, so now it's their problem. He could ride the bench for the rest of the season for me, unless CDK and Adley have like long-term injuries like ACLs and all those. Like, to me, he could ride the bench, and then he could go lick Carlos' boots. I'm tired of him, and I'm tired of seeing him on the pitch. He's a disgrace to the number 10, to be honest with you. He can't. There was a time he had a chance to go through ball to kill the defense, and what happens? That thing goes 50 feet in front of the player. So it's time for him to go.
Very true. All right. Rafael Leao. What's your rating on him today? Our star player.
Did you watch the 98 World Cup when they slipped something roofie in R9's drink? That was Rafael Leao today. They slipped something in his drink. He couldn't even control the ball. He was doing a lot of dumb stuff. He was shooting it 50 yards like it was going to really hit. This is not Handanovic you're dealing with. Onana's an okay goalkeeper. And okay, he's not going to be spilling like Handanovic. So to me, I mean, he didn't show no effort. I mean, they man-marked him out the game. Like, look at that bum, Darmian and Skriniar and Barella. Like, them guys were just all over
sevens across the board, man.
Yeah, so
Barella with the 8.
Yeah. So, you know what? It's an F because that's not the layout I know.
All right. Let's get to this comment because Terry's put it in there. Cash in on Leao or no? After you're feeling from these last couple of games, if we get to the end of this month and we're no closer to getting him signed a contract extension, are we thinking about trying to explore options? Like, or is it just going to be this summer? Would you cash in on Leao? Are you getting to the point you're feeling extremely frustrated with him?
No, I'm not frustrated with Fabio. I mean, dude, he's a one-man band. Like, what can we do? Like, we need another player of his similar traits, not as like quality as him, but if you have somebody that could run past players and do everything, like I was saying, Macias couldn't even run past a Cherby, a slow one ball man. Like, he couldn't even do anything like that. So to me, I've been happy with his performances, Fabio. But today wasn't it. You know, they gave him that R9 in France 1998, Fabio. They drugged him or something.
They drugged him. All right. So what's your rating on him?
I'm going to give him an F because that's not the layout that I expect.
You know what? I'll give Leao a C because he was at least trying to do something. Nothing of any importance. He didn't make any great chances, but he was our only chance in the first half. And again, if he doesn't do something, we're in big trouble like usual. Let's go to the last man, Olivier Giroud. I'd like to know what has happened to this guy and how the hell does he keep putting in awful performances game in, game out when he, it's probably there's the answer. He shouldn't be playing every goddamn game. But Giroud, what's your grade on this guy?
It's an F, Fabio, but that's on management. That's on, like, come on, he's done what he's done. He scored in big games, Fabio. He was one of the reasons that we won the Scudetto. Like, let's be honest. Like, if he doesn't score those two goals versus Inter last year, we're not talking about Scudettos. If he doesn't score, I think, did he score against Napoli? I'm not too sure.
He scored the first one against Napoli.
Yeah. Then, like, okay, then that's okay. Then come on now, come on, man. Like, Giroud, Deo and Giroud, it's F on them because they can't tell management that they're drained, Fabio. They've been playing since the summer. They've been going friendlies. They've been coming back Milan. They went all the way to the World Cup final. Like, they weren't supposed to play till like the third week of this return. And look what it's showing them. Because they love the club, they're doomed, but now they're becoming liabilities. So F, I don't want to see Giroud for the next 3 weeks. I mean, if we got to call you, Fabio, to go up and play as a striker, I'm sorry. You have to leave New York and play as a striker.
Yeah, I'll be there. All right? I don't know how training's going to be. But Alex has a good point. He said we're relying on Macias and Diaz to provide service to Giroud. He needs to be served up with some good crosses. Yeah, those two guys do not know how to do that. Let's bring it. All right, so Giroud, we're going F as well. Yeah, he's been bad. He's been bad. He needs a rest. He needs something else. But let's read a couple of comments here before we move on. Zion Train here is mentioning Pioli and our squad tactics have been found out without Mignon and Kessie. This team is vulnerable. Thank you, Gio. That's why we have conceded so many goals. He also goes on to say, I don't even understand why Milan signed Messias and Salamakers, and now we're about to sign Diaz for 20 million. I don't understand what Maldini sees in these players. Origi, Balotore, Adli, Dest, Ranks. I mean, that's a good fucking question. I honestly don't know what he sees in them. They're not like world beaters, you know. These are guys that are supposed to be for depth, right? But we're looking for them to replace starters from last year's. We have no replacement for Kessie. We don't. We have no replacement for Benacer or Tonali. If either one of them are out, we are struggling. We have to deal with Pobega. Krunic is not healthy. Or we have to play Varanks, which, you know, maybe he had a few good moments here, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but when we needed him to play a full game, he looked like crap. Fell asleep against Roma. You know, there's a lot of things that these guys are just, they're not up to form. Whose fault is it? Is it Maldini for even picking these players? Is it Pioli for not coaching them up? I mean, when are we going to see something different? Lab Gorilla has another point here. Redbird won't spend. They've borrowed over $600 million to buy us. We need a top four just to raise enough money to buy one more player next summer, finish outside the top four, and kiss Pioli goodbye and press reset on this entire project. That would be really fucking bad. And that kind of gets us to the part that we're going to get to next. But before we move on,
Fabio.
Yeah, G.
What I say? I said, what you heard my voicemail today? I said we miss out on top. I said we miss out on top four. The Maldini project is done. I'm sorry, because we're gonna have to sell Theo and Leao and probably Benny just to be able to balance the books.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right, man. All right, let's get into our tops and flops, ladies and gentlemen. Who was the top? Who was the flop? Let's start with the top because it's probably the harder one to figure out. Who would you consider was the best of the worst today?
I mean, to me, Benny was the only one because he was able to do his job, recover the ball. So, I mean, only Benny, basically, because he was able to do the bare minimum, which is recover balls, pass it, do what it is. I didn't really like him shooting like 50-yarders, but hey, at least he was trying.
Yeah, that's true. All right. I would agree with that. I don't think there's anybody even an option. Leao would be a close second, but Benacer, I think, was the best performer. Who was your flop for today?
I mean, to me, it's tomorrow, man. But like that player serve you and everything is fine, dude. You got a whole fan base backing you and everything that supports you. I don't care what Southgate thinks about you or anything. He's a loser, and he's always gonna be a loser. I'm sorry, I ain't never played professionally, but you know, let's call it how it is. He's a loser, and he always be a loser. That's Southgate. So what do you expect? You know, it is what it is.
I like this as a top. Top was Husney for sharing his pictures and content today. Very nice. I like that one, Alex. Shout out to our boy Rock Nation Husney. All right, so Floppy, you're saying Tomori. I think it's got to be Tomori. I was going to go the whole defense, but Tomori looks so bad today. Man, he needs a reset. He needs something else. Like, look at this picture. This picture, what Calabria is feeling here is exactly what all of us were feeling the entire fucking game. All right. And they got to get their shit together because I'm not going to keep watching this garbage. All right. And also another thing. Let's before we move on, our great members here at the Milan Weekly Podcast channel, Vinny and Steve, great sports, put a great event together at Chicharo's in Montreal. Got people together, got the Inter Club there and the Milan Club, and just going to post this picture up. Poor Stevie and Vinny had to sit there with all these fucking Interiste and just deal with the fact that our team is pure horse shit right now, and their team was running all over us. I mean, unbelievable that our poor guys had to deal with that. But shout out to them for putting a good event and going through on a Wednesday. I know it's difficult, but it was a great show. So unlike me, who had to watch it from work and suffer in silence, Gio, you stayed home to watch this garbage, right?
Yeah, man, I got the day off because I thought my job was the jinx, but it looks like it's just the teams that I pick are the jinx. To be honest with you.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. All right, G, let's ask that question that we're all thinking. Is it now time to panic? Four horrendous games back to back to back to back. Are you panicking now? There's no Coppa Italia. We've lost the Super Cup. We have the Champions League next month, and we're sitting behind Napoli. What is it? 9 points? 10 points now?
9 points, Fabio.
9 points. 9 points with half the season still to go. Is it time to panic now?
Fabio, I'm only. This is my knowledge and whatever I feel, but I think if we lose the Tuesday coming up versus Lazio without a Cheeto Immobile, they say he's out for the game. If we lose to Lazio without him, it's time to panic, and it's time for us to really figure out what's going to go down. And that is the only good thing. January 24th will be is if we lose. Maldini, I don't know what you have to do. Beg, crawl, scream, kick like a baby, but call up that fraud Cardinale that everybody sold us a dream about and tell him that you're willing to do whatever he wants for a transfer. At least 15 million. That's all we're asking. 15 million, we could get somebody, a good quality player. Like you see what Chelsea did with Joao Felix, they paid a $20 million loan. And we could do that. We could go get probably like a Doku, a TJ Buchanan, somebody that could help us on the right wing to go up.
Yeah, but see, I don't know if they identify the right wing as their issue. Now everybody's talking about their defense. The defense looks bad. Maybe they'll want to try to bring in another center back. I don't know. It seems like we have a lot of people there. They're just not playing well. Our goalkeeper is legally blind. We don't know when the other one's coming back. Uh, I mean, to me, it's more of like we have no striker depth, right? We have these other players that are all horse shit, but they're going to tell us that these players being there is why we can't sign anybody new. We're going to get Ibrahimovic back. We saw Rebic come back today. Origi was in the game. CDK is there. I mean, when are we going to get to the point that these guys produce? Or like with Adley, if you're not going to play the kid, all right, he's not here for depth of the roster. He's here to like hopefully grow and use him. But if you're not going to use him, you need to loan him out. You know, you have people like Krunic and Pobega and this and that for your midfield depth. And you have Diaz and CDK for the rest of the year. Why do we need Adley if he never sees the fucking field? So send him out. Send him somewhere else. Bring up a Primavera player who plays that position and see if we go down that far in the depth chart, then fine, just play these kids. I mean, it can't be any worse than staying and wasting somebody that we bought last year. We left him at his club. Then he comes over and we don't play him at all. What was the purpose of buying him then? It seems like a stupid purchase. We could have loaned him out or tried to flip some money on him. We're going to take a loss with this kid now. That's where most of our players are looking. CDK, if he doesn't start performing, that's $35 million down the drain. That's like one of the most expensive transfers we've ever done. And he stinks. Nothing. Didn't do anything today. Hasn't done anything. Had a few moments where he looked good, but we can't do anything. Lazetic, what an awful fucking pickup. An 18-year-old who wasn't fit. Then he plays great in the Primavera. We bring him up. He never plays. He must suck. Otherwise, why is he there? For me, if we lose on Tuesday to Lazio, my God, I might start screaming and cursing more than I normally do every week because I won't be able to take it. You know, and let's just get to our preview, right? We're going to do a brief preview here because Monday night, Vinny and Steve are going to go deeper into the Lazio-Milan matchup, and they'll probably touch base as well on the Super Cup. So me and Gio are not going to go too much into it because it's pretty far away still from us right now when we're recording this. So for me, like Gio said, Immobile is already ruled out for this game. You could not drop points to Lazio. They tied Lecce not that long ago. Now we've tied Lecce. Lazio might be right in the same goddamn area where we are. And if we lose to them without their best player, We are in big trouble. Big trouble. What do you think about this game?
Fabio, there's a lot of pressure on this game because Inter and Juve played before us. So that means we could be sitting in fourth place before we play Lazio. So this is a must-win game. You know what we did last year. We're going away, and we just need to fight. I think this game is going to take fight and everything that we have to do, and our defense needs to get together. And I have a feeling that, if we do what we're supposed to do, Fabio, we could win the game. But if not, we're going to be for a hell of a run. And that means, so we lose this game, that means the Roman clubs are 1 point behind us, and PEDs are 1 point behind us. You know who the hell PEDs are. So, and so are we as a club ready for that dogfight? Are we willing to go out into the kennel and start fighting? No. So let's get our stuff together. Romagnoli's been a liability over there, Colombo punked him, and ever since Colombo punked him, he's been letting in goals. So now it's time for him to let a couple of goals in.
You know what? That would be nice. We'll see what actually happens on Wednesday night, on Tuesday night, and we'll be right there the following night to keep you guys up with all of our reactions Wednesday. So definitely make sure you tune in Monday night with Vinny and Steve on Milan Weekly Podcast, because they're going to be getting us really ready. We'll see what everybody does over the weekend. But here's another good point. Milan's summer mercato was garbage. We could have invested the money we spent in CDK to sign Brett, I can't pronounce that name, to replace Kessie instead of chasing Renato Sanchez. There's other people we could have got besides Renato Sanchez. And let's not mention a certain Enzo to get Geo all upset. I don't know why we signed Adley. It's absolutely bizarre. I would not disagree with that. People are calling for Gabbia to maybe get some time. Gabbia needs to play a little. Nico's saying Gabbia is okay, but I'd like to see, Malik Chow. I don't know, man. I mean, there has to be something where these guys grow. I don't know if, smaller games, you would think that's where you play these guys, but our guys, they can't perform. We don't have the luxury to throw away any game. It's really, 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 really pathetic where we're looking right now. But we'll see what happens, man. We just got to turn them around, and it would be so good if we could actually put in a good performance and start to turn our season back around. But right now, it does not look like this Milan has it in them. It's just really disappointing, man. 3-0 today, and haven't seen a win in 4 or 5 matches at this point. It's just pretty pathetic. What do we have to lose at this point? Give them a chance. The starters aren't doing it. Yeah, you're right. But you know what? You know what Pioli's going to do? He's going to put the same fucking stupid 11 out there. I mean, today he thought, let me take Kalulu out and give Kier a chance in there. Maybe he'll bring some stability. But it just, oh my God, we look terrible today. We look terrible. But let's go to a particular thing. Of course, it had to disappear. But Gio, any other thoughts about Lazio while I try to find
Fabio, this is they owe us after all the BS that they've been putting us through. Come on, you let in that Roman club. The only player that they're known for is Totti.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's Totti, and you guys letting them break our spirit after that. We gave up that 2-goal lead. Come on, man. And now it's time for us to conquer another Roman club.
Oh, man. Absolutely terrible. Vinny, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read your comment here. I just can't find it. Give me a second. Hold on, G. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man.
I got it. Hold on. Spit. All right, Vinny, Vince Mancini of our beloved Winnipeg here. He's got to sent the question, so we want to read it out there. What does the squad need to do to show the management that an investment and proper squad depth is needed? I understand the idea of a balanced and sustainable budget, but proper investments can lead to high resale value. Look at Botman with his current season at Newcastle. If we spent the money, he would be double the worth now. A cheaper marquee acquisition can make us solid money. Spend money to make money, Milan. Come on. And you know what? The only guy we have seriously that we can make a ton of money on right now is Leao. And I don't want to sell our best player. Tonali and Benacer are going to make good money, but I don't want to sell them because those are our three best guys. If we lose them, we're in big trouble. Theo would be the next person, but how many great left backs are there in the league? There's not that many of them. We saw another one today on Inter. DeMarco made our right side look horrible today. It's just been a disaster of a season. I would agree with that comment. But yeah, what do you think about this? Have we seen enough? Do you think management will address and finally actually get some investment into this club? Do you think Vince, with his question, what do you think?
You know what? I don't really know what's going on, and I said it a lot. Like, you know what, Cardinal? Like, to me, as an American fan from Milan, like when you go out and you chat your caca, like I understand, like you should just say like you want to be well known as the Yankees. But when you say you want to follow the Yankees model, the Yankees model is giving Aaron Judge 400 million. So you're already a liar right there, because to me is I understand the Patriot way and the Red Sox way. What those ways are, build up the farm system, get people in, pay people at a low budget, get a couple World Series in, get a couple Super Bowl 7 to be exact, and dominate. But when you come in here saying Yankees, and me as an American fan, I don't care if you're from Canada, you're from the Middle East, you're from Europe. I don't care if you don't think of it like that. But to me as an American fan, you say Yankees, that means lay out his money, go spend 200 mil on a player, because I mean, you say you want to follow the Yankees, right? I know the league doesn't amass the money that it is, but if you're talking and you're chatting shit like that, then just don't say anything at all. So I'd rather follow the Red Sox way and the Patriot way. They build up players. They sell them when they're done with them for a good bargain, and they're always on top. Yeah, they haven't been on top of the Patriots for a while now, but like 3-4 seasons. But they're there. They're with a fighting chance, and that's what we need. Look at the Red Sox. Every year they have a minor league player coming in and balling out. So to me, I think that we need to invest on young players and not miss out on them. Like you don't go for Enzo because you're waiting for Renato Sanchez, the one that was twerking and already told you that he wanted to go PSG, and you don't pull the deal. A week later, what happens? Benfica buys him. Now he's worth 110 million. So who's looking dumb now? You're looking dumb, even though you don't want to look dumb.
Nico has a good point. I don't want to see us become Sporting or Benfica selling our best players, and we definitely don't have a deep academy like them. Absolutely. That's why we don't even buy people to even make like a future investment. We got one kid that everybody seems to be talking about, but we'll see if you'll ever get to the first team level. But Lab Gorilla has this thing. Kier said it correctly, probably after the game. We owe the fans an apology. Yeah, you do. I don't want to hear I want to hear Redbird say sorry for lying to us. They had no intention to do anything from day one. You know what? It just seems like not doing anything in the winter mercato. I don't know how much they could have done. I mean, I know Elliott technically was responsible for CDK, but it would have been nice if we had a chance to sign some people. If we bought Enzo, Pioli would have benched him for Krunic. That's probably a good point. And maybe he would be. The thing is that Enzo would have been the perfect player to try to replace Kessie with. We have another guy. The reason why we were good last year, and let's take this thing down, is because we have depth at our two pivotal positions in our midfield. We had Kessie and Tonali and Benacer, and with the three of them, we could rotate any two pair, and we performed well. But there is no third person there now. And I feel like, again, without the other people there to push these guys, it seems like we're running out of steam on them. And Redbird, and I mean, to come out and say we're not buying anybody, I mean, it's crazy. And then you see the figures that the EPL teams are throwing out compared to the other leagues, how much money they're spending during the transfer window. And Italy's not even like over 5 million or something. They're like super low, and they're in the 100 millions. I mean, it's fucking embarrassing We can't compete with these teams. And if it keeps going like this, there's not going to be much that we're going to be able to compete, because it was like a miracle Scudetto last year. Everything had to go right, and the other teams weren't up to the full caliber. And if it wasn't for that crazy goalkeeper mistake for Inter, we could have been down to the wire where we would have ended up like legit tied on points if it wasn't for a stupid brain fart and negated that game in hand that they had. Let's get to our Brioskis and indigestions of the week now. Gee, do you have anything that even made you feel good, or is this strictly indigestion on week? Diarrhea sesh.
Yeah, I don't know if people are wondering why I'm wearing this jersey, but that's just to remind us, like the pain that we went to banter era, wearing like colors that are needed, even Milan colors and all that stuff. But now my Brioschi is shout out to our brother, Rock Nation Husney, spending his hard-earned money, waiting in line to get like signatures from legends like Maldini, not Maldini, my bad, Baresi, Masato. Like, you know what, man? Shout out to Masato, my Brioschi. You could have seen he was pissed. He was ready to beat up on Zanetti. He was ready to beat up on Materazzi. That's how you see like a true Milanista. He was ready. He was not looking happy. He looked like, he needed to go to the restroom and give them Interista 5 minutes. Then my Brioschi is Rock Nation husband taking picture with legends, waiting in line and having an experience. Look at that. Look at Baresi. Look at Masato. Like, come on now, man. That's my Brioschi. What else can we say, man?
Yeah, you know what? That's my Brioschi too, man. Rock Nation getting to go out there, meeting all these awesome players and having a great experience until the game starts, like usual. Unfortunately, they go to Saudi Arabia. You get to see a game, not like the bullshit game he got to see last month, which was just a friendly with the Premier League teams. But he actually got to watch a game with real value, and they did not come through. Imagine the people who flew to Saudi Arabia, flew there to spend their hard-earned money, and this is the garbage that your team puts out there. I would have been waiting at their hotel to punch somebody in the face. Somebody had to take one for that. I mean, that is just embarrassing stuff, man. All right, so that's our Brioschi. What's your indigestion, man?
Indigestion is Rock Nation feeling that he's the jinx. No, you're not the jinx, bro. You spend your money, you do what you do. It's just that the team, they dropped the egg. They basically everybody dropped an F-bomb except for Benacer. So you know what? It's the team letting us down. I mean, 4 games in a row that you're just letting us down. I know we won versus Salernitana, but you let us down because we could have put 8 past them. The Roma, the Lecce, the Torino, and now this. Like, come on, get your stuff together because you're giving us real heartburn right now. And if on Tuesday we lose, that computer screen at my job is going out the window.
Oh, is this the back-to-back SuperCoppas for Inter?
Yeah.
Ugh. Well, that gets to my indigestion. This piece of shit is smiling and happy. Today we devoured them 3-0. We sent them home very quickly. Shut your fucking mouth, Hakan, you piece of shit. You went and joined the fucking enemy. And yeah, enjoy your Super Cup, because that's all you assholes are fucking winning. All right? And the Coppa Italia probably this year. Again. And my second indigestion, because it's not just one. All right? It's 2. What the fuck is this? Can I ask? Is this what we need to be doing? Putting out more jerseys? Don't give me a jersey. Give me a fucking right wing. All right? I don't need no concept jerseys, no fucking promotional foundation jerseys, nothing. And what is this, a fake trophy? I don't want a fake trophy in my hand. I want to see my players with a real goddamn trophy. That's my indigestion. Stop giving us this garbage. We don't need more jerseys. You're not even going to sell the good goddamn goalkeeper jersey we want, you assholes. So get out of here, take that jersey, and stick it up your ass, man. I ain't buying nothing no more this year until I see somebody buy a fucking right wing. It's driving me bananas. Every Milan fan should be fed up with the garbage they're shoveling at us, because 2023 has been a horse shit of a year so far, and I'm not happy about it one bit, G.
I don't know, Fabio. Like that, the club is gonna make more money selling that jersey, and it's gonna be like, because it's a collaboration, and we can't even spend like 15 million this mercato. I'm not even asking for like 50, 60 million. You feel? I'm
50,
just asking for
60 million. We don't do that in the
No.
summer. You think they're gonna do it in the winter?
That's what I'm saying. We asking for like 10, 15 mil, but they don't want to do nothing. We're fine, like Maldini says.
Oh man. All right, guys. So I know Gio's liking that jersey. That's exactly why he's there. He's like, this is pretty good. Pop, you don't say that. I'm gonna buy it. You know it's happening, and our people know. All right, guys. Down to the last part of our show. It's time for the parting shots. G, what's your parting shot, bro? Let's put the music. Let's go.
You know what? My parting shot is like, thank you for your constant support, Alex, HG Sergio, Nico, Fuji's and Funyun, the guy that's been with us since the beginning, Libam, Emma, Effin, Yusuf, man. Shout out to him.
Shout out to our boy Terry,
Timmy. Everybody, Nico, Vince. He's out there freezing in Winnipeg, but he's chatting. He's making it. Lab Gorilla, speaking facts. I know he didn't like when I was shitting on layout two weeks ago. Shout out to my Haitian brother out there, Haitian Montana, and it is what it is, man. To me, parting shot is to the players. You guys owe us a win, and it's time for you to, I don't know if you guys going to go to a retreat. Whatever problem you have with that, whatever problem you have, I think you guys should settle it, and then let's move our season in the right direction. Anything can happen. It's long, but we need this. We need this Champions League money regardless. So go make us proud on Tuesday.
Listen, it's never too late to turn things around. All right? Enough of this garbage play. Enough of pointing the fingers at each other. Figure it out, gel together, put some real motherfucking training in, and work hard. All right? Nobody believed in you last year, and nobody believes in you now. All right? So make a run. You might not be able to catch Napoli, but go out there and make your fucking fans who travel to every goddamn game you're at, in the rain, in the cold, they're out there. Put some heart, because what we've seen the last couple of games are heartless performances, okay? Guys who are just there collecting a paycheck, losing and going and being happy about it. Like Gattuso said, he sees these new guys, they lose, they're taking selfies after, they're shaking hands with the other team. No, we don't need people like that. We need fucking warriors, all right? So get your shit together, because this next game is a chance to start to turn it around. We got big games coming in fucking February. If we lose the next derby, we are done. All right? But let's do it against Lazio. Don't you let those goddamn Nazi lovers get a celebration in their city. Go over there and spank them like we should, and wake up, Milan.
Fabio, I just missed somebody, man. Shout out to my brother out there from Australia, Ken, man. He's always here, and you know what? The club disrespected him today. Watching the game at 1 a.m. for that shit show. Come on, man. Vergonia, like he sent me in the DM.
Vergonia. Yo, shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for being with us. If you're listening, if you're watching, we appreciate you. Do us a solid. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you always get alerted with all of our fly videos when they drop on the spot. You got to be here. We got live content. And, of course, thank you guys for watching. Please do us a solid. Hit the like button. And always never miss me and Geo Wednesday nights here on MWP. Gio, anything else before we sign off, brother?
Nah, man. Just let's get our stuff to game. Forza Milan, baby. Let's
go. Forza Milan, guys. Good night.
Good night. Ciao.
Hey, we out.